Hi, I'm Astrid and I won the 2017 Anthony Davis Book Collecting Prize, and today I'm going to talk you through some highlights of my collection. The collection consists of 15 books ranging from 1571 to 1890, and they include encyclopedic books, less common books, as well as literary works. My favorite book in my collection would be this one. This is the Satira Sotardica, written by Nicolas Corrier, but attributed falsely to Joannes Mercius and Luisa Sigella de Velasco. What I like about this book is that its content, which is pornographic in nature, made it impossible for the author to publish it under his own name or under a true publisher, and hence the publication location is probably false, as are the two authors attributed here. I also like that there are very interesting ex libris for this book, which show that it was once owned and probably read by one of the Earls of Derby. The second book, which I find extremely interesting here, would be this one. This is a huge Pliny from 1582. What I like about Pliny is his breadth of knowledge. I mean, it's absolutely astounding the things that he talks about, especially that in this book, in book 23, we have a section on menstruation, and menstruating women are considered magical, but of course not magical in a good way. When they walk through fields, for example, all the crops die. And in this edition, particularly, what's happened here is that the binding has been redone, probably in the 19th century, and the notes of a Victorian scholar who was trying to translate Pliny into English have been included in this volume. Another really interesting book, I would say, would be this one, which is the earliest in my collection, from 1571. This is the Catalogus Gloriae Mundi. It's very much like Pliny in that it's an encyclopedic work. And on this page, we can see an illustration about the various ranks of French nobility. So all the way up, we have the emperor, and then down we have princes, counts, dukes, and so on. What I also enjoy would be the mysteries that are not just inside books but outside of them. So this is a book by Macrobius, a late antique writer. And what's interesting is that there's this crest stamped on the cover of the book. And even though I've asked around about it, I haven't gotten a good answer as to who this crest might belong to. So this is a mystery that I hope can be solved by one of you. So moving on to our second case, which is here. This case is all about Latin literature. I have quite an interesting taste in Latin literature in that I don't focus my collection on the big authors as Cicero, Virgil, but instead what we have here, for example, is Apuleius. And I really like this volume, which contains all of his works, especially his Apology, which was delivered during a trial in which he was accused of witchcraft and murder. So that's very exciting to me. And of course, there are these two books which I simply must mention, simply because they were the first books in my collection and actually gifted to me by my Latin tutor back in Melbourne, which therefore these two books have really set the tone for my collection, and to me, they have a great amount of sentimental value.